Andre, it's not that long ago we would have been talking about you as the best fighter in the world. Will we be watching the best fighter tomorrow night, or was that Lomachenko last week in LA?
I think it's Crawford. I've said that. I stand by that. But the thing is, when you're in that discussion and when you know, people are talking about you, there's very, very small margin for error. Meaning, like just winning sometimes isn't enough, and obviously looking lackluster is not going to keep you atop that list. And I rarely say this, if ever, but I think Crawford needs a knockout tomorrow, just simply because of the history of Amir Khan with the 3 knockout losses, the knockdowns and all the stuff about his chin. The general public and the media, they're going to compare the previous knockouts to Terence Crawford's, performance tomorrow night. So in that case, he needs a knockout to stay atop that list, in my opinion.
Knowing Virgil Hunter as you do, how much are Amir Khan's chances strengthened tomorrow night by again having him in his corner?
Listen, they've been together for a while. Obviously, Virgil's a great trainer physically. He knows how to train a fighter and get him ready for war, get him ready for a big fight, championship fight. We were at a championship level, not just my pro career, but since I've been a 10-year-old boy, I've been at the highest level. So that's well documented. And I've said this a million times before, and I'll say it again. Amir Khan's issue is not information, it's application. Like, he'll say all the right things, but it's about applying it when you need to. And for Amir Khan coming into this fight, I don't need to know how tough you are. Like, I know you're tough enough. I see your resume. I've watched you for many years. I've seen you in the gym. That goes without saying. We know that. You've checked that box. Show me how smart you can be. Show me that you know when to be tough and when to get your respect, and then go back to finessing Terence Crawford. Can you do that? The ebbs and flows of a big fight when you're facing the best competition. He hasn't shown that he can do that in the biggest moments against the best competition. So,
there's been some really interesting comments this week from the Crawford camp saying Virgil Hunter, when he's talking, he doesn't come across as nearly confident as he is when he's talking about your chances in the fight. Is that something you
I can't speak on that, man. Like, at the end of the day, I wasn't in Amir's camp. I'm friends with both guys. I stayed away. I have a job to do to call the fight and call it objectively. So I don't know anything that happened in the camp, and I can't say how confident Virgil is. We haven't really talked about it, so I can't get into that.
Finally, there's a British fighter, Anthony Yarde, who fights in the light heavyweight division. Is he on your radar? Because there were some strange comments this week from his trainer saying he's as talented a fighter as you. Is that something you?
No, I'm not worried about that. I really have no comment on the comments. He's got a fight coming up. Against a guy that they think is washed up, and he's not. He may not be the old Kovalev. He doesn't have kind of the aura that he once had, but he showed in that Alvarez fight with Buddy McGirt different wrinkles. He showed that he can get hit with a big shot. He didn't fall down. He took the shot well, and if Kovalev takes Yarde serious, which he should, because he can't afford another setback, I see him stopping Yarde late. Like, Yarde, no disrespect to him, but like, you haven't shown up until this point that you can deal with a guy like Kovalev. It's that simple. It's nothing personal. It's the facts. And I've said it before, I'm not a fan of the big muscles and all that stuff. That stuff, to me, I used to love fighting guys like that, because at some point in time, it's not if, it's when. That blood is going to fill up in the muscles, and all of a sudden, you're going to get tired, and you're not going to have the same ferocity that you had in the early part of the fight. Kovalev is lean, he's slender, he hits hard, and the boy can box. So I don't think Yarde is ready for Kovalev.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.